Welcome to day 6. We're practicing balance. This is the 12 days of master classes presented by Talk to Trisha. And I'm today's presenter, Trisha Coleman. And we're going to jump right on in. So today's discussion, we're talking about defining balance, benefits to having life balance. So we're not talking about balancing your body, even though that picture kind of is showing balance. I mean, it has the beach and calm, and you can kind of see the clouds, or maybe it's just wet sand. But we're talking about life balance. We're not even talking work-life balance. We're talking about balance in your life, and that starts in your mind, and not letting everyday life things or even unexpected things rock you. Understanding balance, practicing balance, some exercises you can do to start practicing balance, and then some businesses and careers that have great work-life balances, but also help people that want to start practicing more life balance. So what is balance? Balance, as in life balance, is your ability to remain centered in the middle of whatever is happening. So you're living with peace and harmony every day. So this TED Talk that I found was good. I mean, when she started talking about the neuroscience thing, and that's very interesting to me, kind of got a little lost. And her book is mostly about parenting, which is very important to me. But her message in this TED Talk resonated. It will resonate with anyone. So the one skill that creates an awesome life is adaptability. And adaptability helps you create balance. And so she said, inside, once you watch it a little bit, basics are how we adapt and thrive. And she compared dolphins as being the great life example that we should follow. And so her acronym was POD: play, others, and downtime. So dolphins love to play. They love to hang out and socialize with others. And they always rest and recharge. Like, they spend hours just resting. And I know that's not even in addition to their sleep. So they make sure they find a place where there's no predators, a place where there's less threats, and they just recharge and refresh themselves. The quote that she said towards the beginning was, "We have made being too busy a symbol of importance." And that just hit me like a ton of bricks, because I did ascribe to, oh, if you're busy, if you have a lot of things to do, a lot of meetings to go to, a lot of people pulling at you, a lot of decisions to make, then you're important. But you're important to someone. Like, I'm important to my children. I'm important to my spouse. I'm important to my friends. I'm important to my family. So you just have to redefine what important in success means. And when you truly figure out what success is, then you know it's not tied to any career or what you do to make money. So dolphins love to socialize, play. They love to mate. And they love to rest. A fun fact, dolphins, unlike us, even though they're mammals too, they rest by shutting half of their brain down. I have that twice, but just forgive that. So they remain alert to predators, to threats, and so they do not drown. I thought that was neat. And she says that in the TED Talk as well. How do people benefit from balance? A good life balance can fight against depression, anxiety, and stress. So it's better to prescribe to creating a life balance, a balanced lifestyle, than it is being on antidepressants and other meds just so you can function or you can feel good. You're feeling great about life shouldn't be in a medicine bottle. Other benefits: a brighter future, good physical and mental health. You have bigger dreams, boosted energy, and an improved mood. So practicing balance, you must understand anything before you can practice it. So balance does not mean equal, because sometimes one area of your life, like your work, may take more weight in your life or may take more energy and more time than other areas of your life. Just like home may take more time and energy, or an activity that you're doing. Your other areas in your life, they take their moments of taking up more weight and more space. So balance comes from developing equanimity, which comes from inner stability. Equanimity means standing in the middle of all this. This is whatever's happening in your life, whatever crosses your path, whatever feelings bubble up, uh, just everything going on around you. And I won't say in you, because once you develop equanimity, then you have that inner peace and that inner stability. So you see without being caught by what you see. So you see what's going on, but you're not bothered by it. You're completely unbothered and at peace within. So qualities that support developing equanimity: integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. Spirituality, even if it's not a formal religious practice that you practice, a formal religion that you practice, you can, as long as you uh, believe in a higher consciousness, I say a higher power, meditate, your affirmations, whatever you ascribe to, just have some sort of spiritual practice. Inner calm, well-being, that's taking care of yourself, being healthy, take self-care, just taking care of the vessel that we're in. Wisdom and freedom. So this is a picture of different areas of your life, and this is balance in life. And so I put this because it's tied to our question for this masterclass. So in all areas of our life, we have goals. So my question is, what are your goals? And I mean for each area that you see here. I want you to write these down so you can take a screenshot, or you probably can Google balance in life and hit image, and this might pop up. But on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Twitter, I want you to put what your goals are for each one of these areas. And it's going to help later on in this masterclass, because there's an exercise tied to this. So 7 powerful steps to life balance. Practice self-care. Take time out for yourself and your family. And when I say take time out, be fully present when you're with your family, with your friends, when you're with yourself. Just be present in the moment. Communicate to your boss, communicate to your family, communicate to your colleagues, communicate to people what your needs are, because people can't read minds and they don't know. And you just can't expect people to treat you better than you're treating yourself. So take the stairs. It means get active, do things. When you exercise, your body releases dopamine, which makes you happy and makes you feel good. Learn to let go. If it's fear, if it's control, if it's, just a simple, if I don't do it, it won't get done, whatever your reasoning is, let go. What I've learned, especially this year, but I've learned it years ago, but it's been confirmed. When you let go and you trust other people to do, they normally do a better job than you would have done. 9 times out of 10. So you build a team, and you trust them to execute what you need. So you can give your attention to other areas or just have that free time to do something fun. Focus on time management and establish a morning routine. I felt like this was important, and I will, full disclosure, I do not have a morning routine. I've just been in a state of just being, like, go to sleep when I want to, wake up when I want to, and I'm just being right now. But I will hop on the morning routine. I won't give it time so that way I don't disappoint. I won't set myself up for failure. But you can catch up on news, catch up on your emails, take a walk, exercise, make sure you eat, meditate, get all the things you need to get done for yourself, and then make a plan. And then throughout the day, you can execute that plan. So you have a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of accomplishment. Some balanced practices. Schedule your activities, schedule the things you want to do. Make sure you schedule date night. Make sure you schedule the massage you need. Whatever personal events you need, block it out in your calendar. So I have my phone. If I'm gonna have date night with my husband, I put that on the calendar. If I want to go hang out with friends, I put that on my calendar so that my family knows, but also for me. So I'm like, oh, it's on the calendar. I have to do it or try to do it or make the decision. Is this something I'm definitely going to do? Because if I'm not going to do it, it needs to come off the calendar. But just block out, because we get busy. Without a plan, you let other things take priority. So if it's on the calendar, you'll get a notification or you'll see it. If you still do the paper planners or paper calendars, then you'll see it and you're like, oh, I have this today. Set boundaries. You have to let people know when you're not available, because if you don't, or if you buy into or you let people contact you whenever, then they're going to do it. If you 11 p.m. are still responding to emails, people are going to say, okay, this is a 24-hour person, and anytime I need stuff, 2 a.m, I'm going to email that person, or I'm going to call at 8 o'clock at night 6 o'clock while you're eating dinner with your family. You have to set boundaries. Let people know, this is my office hours, or these are the hours that I'm available. These are the days that I'm available. And outside of that, I don't say, don't be rude, like, do not contact me, but just say, I will get back to you the next day. Like how when you call the doctor's office and they'll say, if any calls left after 4:30 p.m. will be returned the next business day. You have to adopt something like that in your life. And manage your energy as opposed to your time. Yeah, I know time management was one of the practices, but managing your energy. Like, know yourself. Know if you're a morning person, if you're a night person. When is your energy the highest? So then you schedule your tasks according to when you have the highest energy. Versus, okay, if I know I'm not a morning person and have all this stuff I have to do, then I'm pushing through it. And it's not enjoyable. I'm not giving my best because I'm not capable. I don't have the capacity to give my best when I'm pushing through stuff. But if I'm high energy, get ready, go, 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 I can handle it. That's when you need to do your most task. some more practices. Take a vacation. Not saying book a flight, leave the country, spend a week on an island. We're just saying get away for a day or two. If you can do more, do so. But just get away and recharge and refocus. Join Meetup. Meetup is a great place to find social groups. I found some mommy groups there. Just anything that's non-business or whatever sucks up most of your time. And you find you a social group like a bowling league or a non-business sports team. And you can make new friends and unwind and uncharge and, distribute your energy a little better. Delegate your household chores. So even if you have to save up, hire a housekeeper one day out of the week or even one day out of the month. Hire a lawn service to come once a month if you can't afford every 2 weeks or however often your lawn grows. Turn it off. The thing is, yes, I have been saying I use my phone for my calendar. I use my phone for basically everything. But you have the power over your phone and your computer and all your devices. And you decide when it's on and when it's off. And you decide if you want to get notifications on it or not. You decide if you want to have your email on it so you can check it. You decide if you want to have your social media platforms on it or not. And you decide how often you will check those platforms. So that's a great way, great start. It should have been the top 3. That's a great start to creating balance is turning them off if you don't have the control to just put them on silent or set it face down and don't check it every 3 seconds. Just turn it off. Follow up. So contact people you know just to say, hey, how are you doing? If you can think of a way to help them, that's even better. Like, hey, I saw this article or I saw this item on sale that I thought of you, whatever. Build yourself a stronger network, a stronger support system. Build your relationships. Put energy and nurture your relationships. So not even if you need them, but that's just a great tip, business tip or personal tip or however you need this, is when you develop friendships, you develop a relationship with people. When you say, okay, hey, I have this master class that I'm selling. I have this business I'm starting. I have a event for my job. And you say, hey, friend, I just want to invite you to this event. They'll come to support you. They're not feeling like they're being had. They're not feeling like, I have not heard from this person in 3 years. What do they want? Or they just want me to spend money on an event. I'm not going. I'm whatever. But if you have put energy and this person knows you and you've built an authentic relationship, they'll come to support you. They'll check it out, whatever you're doing. They'll post, they'll share on their social media. They'll email somebody or text somebody or connect you to somebody. They'll start doing hey, I met this person, they do this. And I know you were looking for, a web designer or a marketing person or a, a nanny or whatever you need at the moment. And I want to connect you to. 15 minutes, spend at least 15 minutes a day improving what you're good at. People who are legends or they've created something big, they are good at one thing. They excel at it. And that's one of the keys to balance is mastery. Master one thing. Be great at one thing. And you have to keep practicing that. So spend at least 15 minutes a day honing your skill. So some balanced exercises, write about your best self, separate the urgent from the important. And I forgot to put the Eisenhower box. I thought that was so cool. Anytime there's like the four corners box or category boxes, I love those type of things. Um, I'll post it on our social media as a separate post. Create an ideal schedule. So if you had complete control over your schedule, and I'll say unlimited resources, that includes unlimited support, unlimited money, what would be your schedule? And then you have separated the urgent from the important. You have to have what's urgent on that schedule. So had to go back on the ideal schedule. You still have things that you have to do, but you have unlimited resources. And so you have to put the urgent on there. Do a test run. So for a whole week, do that test run, and then you can see, okay, this wasn't so urgent. I can move this to important. Okay, the things that weren't important, I delegated it. Well, I really don't need to worry about that at all. I can delegate something else. So let's take this completely off my schedule, completely off my to-do. And then if-then statements when you're not working. So going back to what I said, like how when you call the doctor's office and you leave in a message and they say, if you leave a message after 4:30, we'll get back to you next business day. You can say, okay, if I get an email after 5, I will not respond to that email until the next morning. If I get a call after 8 p.m., I will return it during my break. I'm just trying to think of some examples of how you can do right and implement your if-then statements. Like once you say you're off, you're off. And then start and end your day with a ritual. So a repeatable action that you do. When I do this, this is when I start my day. So when I go get breakfast and coffee from this place, or once I meditate, that's my cue to start my day. And then when I do this certain action, that means I'm done working. Like after I do this, after I lock up all my stuff, or after I complete X amount of tasks, I'm done. Just something that you repeat, that you do consistently. So you have a clear start and you have a clear end. I mean, you could use the clock, but we have disrespected work hours. We have disrespected time, and we don't go by that, even though on paper it says, your work hours is from 8 to 5. We don't abide by that. So I'm saying as a society, we don't abide by that. So you have to implement your own repeatable actions to say, okay, when I do this, this is the start of my day. And when I do this, I'm wrapping up and I'm heading out the door. I went backwards. Okay, so I like this. Like, I don't have anything to say with this slide. I just like that. I like the balanced life formula. Work hard, play hard, pray hard. I just like that. And the little wordle that is there with the different words that constitute life balance. Okay, so the top life balance careers and businesses that I mentioned earlier: web developer, dental hygienist, interpreter translator, insurance agent, maintenance and repair, recreation and fitness, nail technician, executive assistant, hairdresser, and glacier. That is people who make glass. And you're like, how does that help? Well, you look in mirrors, you look in skylights, you look in outside of windows. So it's important. So they, as a career, have great work-life balance. And then they all do something that help people maintain a life balance. Even if it's just to delegate tasks to them. Like I have an executive assistant. So they delegate tasks to you, and so they can worry about other areas of life, and they can have balance in their life as well. And if you work for yourself as an executive assistant or virtual assistant, you decide when you're going to work. You decide. Most of it you could do by email. You know, you could do a few tasks. You could say, okay, from 9 to 12, I'm going to work. And then after 12, I'm done for the day. Like most of these, they can be created into businesses where you determine your hours, and they're needed. So they're in demand. So our business question: how can you market your product or your service to life balance consumers? So to people who are practicing life balance, or they want to achieve life balance, they want to start creating balance in their lives. How can you market your product or service to them? And our food for thought: balance is not something you find, it is something you create. And I've been very intentional to say create balance and not find balance, because this is so true. You create the life balance you want. You create balance in your life. First, it starts with your mind, and then you have to plan it, and then you have to execute that plan. It's in your actions. But you can't find it. It's different it's different for everyone. So what works for even your spouse may not work for you. What works for your coworker won't work for you. What works for your siblings or your children won't work for you. Your friends, definitely. What their life balance is, what they like, what they need, is completely different than what you need. So you have to create what works for you. So that's all I have for today, y'all. I keep looking here because I can see myself, but join us for day 7. And I keep forgetting my spiel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Talk to Trisha. Like us on Facebook. Talk to Trisha is our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. And we don't have a Twitter, but my personal Twitter is, anybody can see it now. It's Jan Trisha Coleman. I'm 95% sure I have my full name. Not as Trisha Coleman. So look for either. And I'm just posting these videos for these 12 days. So if you can't find us on Instagram, you can't find us on Facebook, you can look at my Twitter and find us, and make sure you comment. So that's it. I will see y'all later. Bye.